to have different types of emotions, different types of moods.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a DJ. We always say you want to do the pick up, go down, pick up, go down, pick up. Because when you pick up, you know, it's that crunk music and stuff like that. Trap music, when you go down, it's more lyrical and or more like R&B and stuff like that. And then you want to pick up again because you like seeing that roller coaster. Like for me, I always felt like as an artist, your main goal is to have reviews of people saying like this album it was like a roller coaster ride. Like this album had me excited, had me down because of it helped me reminisce about certain things. It made me happy and stuff like that. You want a project that's like can do that to a person and they can be like, I want to listen to this again. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, man. I mean, some artists say that it's getting better, which is to me, in my opinion, it is getting better, but it still like, need a lot of work.
Yeah, it definitely needs a lot of work.
A lot of work to do. Do you think that we said social media has a big part of it, but you really think that social media really is the only reason why people don't take people seriously? Or
yeah, honestly, because like, bro, I'm not the type of person to post everything on social media. You know? I think that's just feeding the sheep or whatever, like feeding the chickens, bro. And that has a lot to do with it too, because like people think that you put every move of your life on social media.
You don't have to.
Nah, bro, you don't have to. I mean, it's better not to. You keep them guessing for your next move or whatever the fuck, like. And so when people don't see you like posting on social, like for instance, me and my girl, let's say I don't post on social media for months, like a picture of her and I on Instagram or whatever, fucking she does the same. People are gonna think we've broken up or some shit like that. It's not the truth. Yeah. Just because we don't put it on social media doesn't mean it actually happened. Like we're just keeping low key, doing shit by ourselves. We don't have to share our lives to the world. And it's easier to not do that when you're independent, like as if you're signed to a major label, that's kind of like goes into your marketing, like you kind of need to be active on social media just to let people know what you're doing. But like for someone like me who's trying to stay, humble and not low key about my music, but I'm not trying to like give away all my cards, because I got a full hand, like it's better for me. And I think people see that as a sign of like, oh, he's not really serious about this, And not only that, but bro, in Twitter, everyone makes music on Twitter, bro. Everyone makes music on Instagram. Everyone makes, bro. Since me and my boys started doing this music shit, people from our town, bro, are come up to us, yo, record me, do this, do that. I want to write, I want to do this, and it's just like, I was surprised at how many people like actually started doing it after we did it. And I feel like that's how social media is too, bro. You start doing it, and then someone else is going to start doing it, and someone else is going to start doing it. Before you know it, it becomes oversaturated. So, like, it makes sense why no one supports these SoundCloud artists, because, like, they probably heard one too many that were just trash,
Yeah.
And not everyone's trash, but everyone makes music. So it's double-edged sword. I mean, granted, if someone wants to make music, by all means, bro, go make music. I'll tell them that. But at the end of the day, it kind of hurts me, because someone might hear their shit, and someone might hear a friend of their shit, and I'm affiliated with them, so they might think, oh, I'm trash too.
I ain't gonna lie, it be like that sometimes, bro. You'll be surprised, man. It be some artists that sound garbage, but like they homeboys or affiliates be sounding way, way good. Like I just feel like it's a lot of people look for the quick money.
Yeah, bro.
And that's I feel like that's another reason why music is where it is right now. It's too much quick money. Like it's too much. Oh, I need this right now. Like there's no longevity. Like a question I was about to ask you. Like I asked a few other artists is that, are you the type of artist to release something every month or every like twice a year? In terms of, all right, you have an album, right? And then you drop an EP. To me, that's cool, especially nowadays. But would you rather drop like just an album and an EP and wait like another year or two?
Depends how much clout I have, like how much of a following I have.
Yeah.
Because right now, I've noticed that my singles get more play than an EP or an album does, because of the fact that people want that. They have very short attention spans. It's kind of like this quick money thing we're talking about. People just won't listen to a 10-track album as opposed to one single, you know? And so, me personally, at this point in time, I don't even think I'd drop an album or an EP. I just go the singles route.
The singles,
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what Russ did. And that's what popped him off. He was dropping singles like every week or whatever, every Friday or some shit, and he gained traction. And that's how he got his following, you know? Because I feel like if you make an album, and I'm very guilty of this, bro. I've made a lot of projects, and I kind of look back on it, and I'm just like, I could have not done that, you know, and might be in the same place or be a little farther ahead. But regardless, if you don't have the following and of people who actually care about your story, no one's going to listen to it, number one. And number two, if no one's going to listen to it, why bother even putting that much energy into a coherent project when you could put as much energy and get 25 singles out of it, you know?
Yeah.
And have those and stack them up so you can release one every 2 weeks or some shit, one every week, and gain more following like that.
Yeah, because I feel like, especially with streaming, I feel like singles is the best way to start off right now, especially like you have a single and that single could be in the billboards, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
bro.
Then once, I feel like for example, what Cardi B did, I think what she did was a great blueprint to do things now. Like she came out with singles, she was featured in different songs, and then people came to the point like, "Where's the album at? Where's the album at?" Because she did 2 mixtapes too, but those mixtapes. So like, where's the album at? Now she finna drop the album next Friday. So it's just like I see what she did, and there's a few, like you said, Russ did the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's a few of the artists that done it, and now they successful. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, definitely. I mean, that's the way to go. I mean, that's how X popped off, too, with that Look At Me track.
Yeah.
It got memed up, and everyone was bumping that. And then after all that clout that he generated and all that fame he generated, then he finally went and dropped, what was it, fucking Members Only 3 or some shit like that. And then he just dropped, like, an EP, and now he just finally dropped his album, which is on number 1 on the Billboard.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. He took the time, you know, instead of, like, blowing up and then dropping it, he let the hype, kind of like how Cardi B too. She just waited for people to be like, "Where's the album?"
Yeah, because she's gonna sell over 600,000.
Oh, she's gonna sell a lot, bro. she's gonna sell a lot.
She gonna sell a lot. What I was about to ask you. So, SoFlo Records, you the only artist under there? Or
No. We actually got a bunch actually, which is cool. I like it because it gives a wide variety and different sounds, and that's something that I've always said. It's like we all have our own unique sound to us, which is really cool. And then when we collaborate, it creates like this new blend of shit, which is really nice. But it's me, my boy Jab, Squint, SoFlo James, Reserved, Young Merv, Benny Laveau, Lil Chris. I think I got everyone.
Yeah, what part of Miami they from?
No, we're all from Hialeah area.
Hialeah? So
yeah, Miami Springs.
I want to get into that because I had a deep conversation with ER305. I don't know if you know him.
No, not familiar.
But he's more of an older rapper. He's like underground. He's like 30, 31 years old. But we were talking about the different, things of Miami-Dade, kind of like the different areas and stuff. Like, when people go to New York and LA and Chicago and even Atlanta, they'll talk about like the different places, in the city. And you get
different sounds.
Yeah, and I was telling him a lot of people, out of towners, don't understand that Miami's the same way, Yeah, the whole state is too, but like Miami in general, like we don't just have the South Beaches or the Carol Cities and stuff. You got all these other, you got like Hialeahs and the Doral and Miami Springs. You got the Homesteads, you got the Campbells, you got the North Miami Beach and stuff like that. And I want to talk about Hialeah in general because I had a lot of friends from high school that was from Hialeah, and I noticed that a lot of people from Hialeah are like hustlers. Like, y'all have your own businesses, y'all have like everything going on. So how is it, for people that don't know about Hialeah, especially for the out-of-towners, how is it really in Hialeah?
It depends where you go, of course, because you got Hialeah.
Because y'all like your own city, like north, south, east, west. Like.
Yeah, bro, it's separated west, east, northeast, southeast, and then we're here in Opa-locka, which is like North Hialeah.
Yeah.
And it's different. Like you said, everyone's got a hustle mentality, bro. You go down the street and you see people selling oranges, selling limes, selling fruits, selling roses, like selling everything, bro.
Yeah.
And that's one level to it. And then you got the family-owned business level, which I took part in because, like, my family owned a business in Hialeah at one point.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's another level of it. And everyone's just hustling, bro, because everyone in Hialeah is a minority, bro. Everyone's Hispanic, some type of Hispanic or African American or some shit like that. So everyone's hustling to get their bread to pay off whatever they need to pay off, you know? And on top of it, you know, like, everyone loves to party. Everyone loves getting drunk, smoking cigars, you know, like doing all that shit. So it's a lifestyle, bro. And how that affects the sound of the music, bro, it's everywhere. Like in Hialeah especially, it's like it's everywhere, bro. There's people that are making like real old school hip hop sounding shit. People who are making trap music. People are kind of doing what me and my boys are doing. People who are doing straight up reggaeton, like fucking Spanish soul music and shit like that. That's what I like about Hialeah. It's just a big ass melting pot, you know, of like sounds. They're here, and the only place I found like that too is Kendall and Homestead area, bro. It's completely like mixed with the sounds, bro. Like my boys, shout out Aleo and Vatic. I don't know if you know Vatic, but he's the GOAT.
Where he from?
Homestead.
Yeah. Homestead, I gotta tell people, like, Homestead is like if you want to really see the countryside of Miami, like, that's Homestead. Homestead is like his own. We call it God's back. Like my mom said, like, it's literally God's back. When it be nighttime, it's dark. When it get cold in the winter, I always felt that hot. Like Homestead was like the coldest. For some reason, Homestead is cold. It's like the coldest part.
The reason being is because it's not a big city like Miami, you know, like heat's radiating off of buildings and cars and homes. And, you know, in Homestead, you got acres and acres of property before you hit your neighbors, you know? And so I could understand why it's cold. Yeah, definitely. Cause
it'd be like, let's say like up this way, it'd be like, 52? Down there, it'd be like in the mid 40s, but it's like cold. Like it's I don't know, man. But, yeah, man, Homestead got his own vibe to it. Like, there's a lot of Mexicans down there too. That's where I tell people that's where you see like the low riders and things like that.
Oh yeah,
that nature. Like it's just you know, when I was talking to ER 305, like we was talking about like Dade County in general. Like you could just tell the difference from the north and the south. Like the north is more, you know, we more urban, it's more, you know, more city, but when you go down south is more the laid back, the countryside, the, you know, if you want to compare, like, one city is Houston, you know, like, Houston got the north side and the south side. I think the north side listen to Chopped and Screwed more than the south side. I'm trying to remember, you know, but
it's the same concept.
Yeah, it's the same concept though. Down there is like they known for like jams and things like that. You know, up here we was known for like, I don't know, like cars and things like that.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Definitely. 100%, I agree with that.
But before we end the show, who are your top 5 artists of all time?
Damn, of all time. And this could be like bands too, right?
Yeah.
All right, because like I was saying before, I got a wide palette of music. I listen to everything, bro. Latin music, rock and roll, old school shit, new school shit. My top 5, though, I gotta say Kendrick Lamar is definitely number 1, and I'm gonna go 1 to 5, just for the reason being, I think Kendrick Lamar is probably the most versatile artist in music today.
Yeah.
You know, just like listening to all his projects, you know, and like hearing the growth and the ideas kind of just like mature over time, you know, but he could still, like, bro, Kendrick Lamar to this day could still go back and do shit for like a style like Overly Dedicated, like Section 80 easily. And so he's my number 1. Number 2, I gotta say Frank Ocean. I fucking love Frank Ocean, dude. Like, he's another
different sound,
bro, another artist who's just really versatile, really different, you know.
I think he was ahead of his time too.
Way, definitely. Number 3, I'm gonna say Pink Floyd, just because Pink Floyd in rock music and just in music in general, they were pioneers, you know, of that kind of psychedelic sound. but then they would bring influences of jazz inside their music, whether it was instruments like the saxophone or like the blues pattern, you know, with their chord progressions. I've never done like a top 5, bro, so this is getting me thinking a little bit. All right, number 4. I'll say J. Cole.
J.
Number
Cole,
4.
okay.
You know, just because he's the